It's Alicia with Laughing Goddess International, using the law of attraction and the force of love so that you can become free in body, mind, and spirit. Today I'm going to talk about freeing yourself from fear, freeing the stored memory of fear that is still alive in your cells from childhood, from any trauma, from physical accidents, which is trauma on a physical level, but it can also be trauma on emotional and mental levels. I'm going to talk about giving you 2 tips that are very easy to use. I'm going to lead you through them also so that you can release fear right now. You know, I know what fear is. I grew up with a violent alcoholic father. I don't want to label him as that because there were times when we laughed, there were times that were relatively good. And but every time that he was violent, every time that I got beaten for something I didn't do, that trauma was pounded into my body, into my cells, into my mind, into my heart, and affected the full expression of my spirit. Now I've cleared a lot of that, but I'm not going to say always clearing fear, but sometimes fear again will arise, and I will use these methods to release that fear from my cells, to release that fear from my energy field. You don't want to walk around carrying a low level of fear because it affects everything that you do and the way that you perceive life, the way that you perceive the normal events and ups and downs of life will be affected and impacted by the amount of fear that you are carrying with you in your daily activities. The first technique is this. There are 2 techniques. The first one is called the blackbirds. The second one is called the seething ball of darkness. So let's get started. I want you first to center yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. Bring yourself into center. You might do that by coming into 0 point, bringing your left energy field here to center, bringing your right side of your energy field, your right energetic chemistry matrix, and meeting those together in perfect balance at your heart center. You may not choose to do that, and that's okay too. You might just let your hands rest by your sides as you do this. So we're going to use the breath to further help to balance, center, and open your sensitivity to your own energy field. So we'll take 3 deep breaths with powerful exhales, and let's begin. Inhale, fill the lungs, and exhale. Inhale, fill the lungs, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now I want you to close your eyes and tune in. Feel where there is fear within your energy field. It might be all over. It might be centered at your solar plexus. It might be centered in your feet or your heart or your throat. You may not be able to freely speak your truth and to express your opinions, to express your uniqueness without fear of being blamed, judged, and punished. You may be carrying the trauma of a car accident, and that created a fear of driving or of cars, of life being dangerous. Let's get rid of these right now. So again, close your eyes, tune in. Where do you feel the fear in your body? Tune into that fear. And as I said before, it just may be everywhere within your energy field. I want you now to concentrate that energy. Bring it from everywhere in your energy field. Bring it up to your heart. Excuse my croaky voice. Pollen is in the air. Bring it up to your heart center. And on the count of 3, we're going to explode a flock of dark black birds that carry that embody this dark energy, and they are going to explode into the sky, traveling at this toward the sun at a very quick pace. So again, that dark energy is concentrated at your heart, the center and the power of your being, the power center. And 1, 2, 3, and the doors of your heart explode, and this flock of black birds carrying that fear travel very quickly toward the light of the sun. Each one of these birds carries an aspect of your fear, of past, present, future, of not being enough, of not being supported by a loving universe, of not being worthy, of not being enough, of not being allowed to express your full potential. Each one of these birds, these dark birds that are traveling at a fast pace toward the sun, carry an aspect of that fear. And as these birds get closer and closer into the light of the sun, they start to lighten, they change color, and they become the light of the sun. They are transformed into golden energy, and that golden energy blesses the earth now as it falls back to earth with light, with love, and with blessing. So take a deep inhale and let's complete. You have just released cellular fear from deep in your energy field. It may have been completed with this one practice. Another way of doing this is to practice this 3 times a day within the same day, morning, afternoon, and evening, maybe just before you go to bed. And this enhances and explodes the potential of this particular tool, of this particular way of releasing fear from your energy field. Now the second tool is we do the same thing. You find the fear, you focus on it. You focus it into a black ball at your solar plexus. And then on the count of 3, you move it up to your heart, and you take that black ball and you throw it into the sky, and it travels very quickly. And you can use 2 ways. Angels receive that black ball and they take it and go into the light with it, and they take care of it. Or you can take care of it yourself by throwing that black ball up into the sky. It travels toward the sun, and it just explodes into golden light as it reaches the core of the sun and is transformed back into pure energy, back into love. So you choose whichever way you would like to do that, and let's do it right now. So you have the experience of using each one of these tools. So again, you're going to center. I like to bring my palms together to create a 0-point energy, to create peace, to create being centered. And let's take 3 deep breaths. Fill your lungs and exhale. 2. 3. Now tune in to the fear that you are carrying, that you've been carrying for decades. Tune into that fear and pull it into a black ball at your solar plexus. I know you can't see my hands, so I'm going to raise them up and just imagine them right down here at your solar plexus. And I'm going to count to 3. You're going to then take your hands, gather that black seething mass of ugly, intelligent black black ball, black energy, and you're going to throw it into the sky with all your power, and it by itself is going to zoom into the sun and being transformed into golden light. So let's do that right now. Take your hands, gather that black energy into a black ball, hold it up so you can see how disgusting and nasty it is, and inhale, and toss it into the sky, and it zooms toward the sun. And as it reaches the light of the sun, it begins to transform. As it reaches the core of the sun, it is completely burned up. It is completely obliterated in the light of the sun and transformed back into pure golden light. Take a deep breath. Again, center, and you are complete. You should feel a lightness within your energy field. Many times I just take a big sigh of relief. And you can feel your energy field shimmer with lightness, with new golden energy. More of the light of who you truly are is now able to shine. And every time that you use these techniques, when you feel even a tiny little bit of fear, it's always related to something deeper. Am I enough? I don't know. Am I really worthy of this dream? I don't know. Am I really worthy of creating perfect health? Am I capable of creating perfect health? All of those are just little subtle fears that we all feel as we go through our daily activities. And sometimes we notice our energy fields shift into a lower frequency, and sometimes we just accept that as normal and continue carrying those frequencies. So use these techniques. I'm blessed to be able to share them with you. I know you're going to rock your life. Love you. Bye.